Hello, everybody, and welcome to Homestead, Miami Speedway. We stay in South Florida for ADS's second race ever. As you can see, 41 drivers have showed up to the racetrack with a beautiful sort of sunset look in the background. The American flag, palm trees line the backstretch. Let's waste no further time and get through your starting lineup. On pole, a shocker to be sure, but a welcome one. Lucen Reyes won pole the other day, somehow, someway. To his outside is Tsukamoto Kazuko. In row 2 is the hometown kid, Hector Garcia from Miami Beach. And to his outside is Peter Onjek. Robert Phantom and the points leader, Murdoch Mercy, in row 3. Row 4 is Patrick Raven and Kurt Perkins. He's in the 5 this weekend, having to do double duty at Charlotte as well. Riley Pearson and Anthony McClure in row 5. Row 6 is Ryan Scare, also doing double duty, and Logan Poharchik in the 04 machine. Row 7 is David Stevenson and Nathan Buchanan. Row 8 is the 48 of Junior Martin and Mark Millens. Row 9 is Madison Lockport and Brody Williamson. I almost said Brockmore. That is not Brockmore. What is this, row 10, I think? Is Maria Tagola and Larry Eagleton, Manuel Martin and Grace Sachs in this row. And then in the next row is George Bryan, and to his outside is Dan Sedgwick, Jeffrey Boyd and Sally Patrick, Abby Buchanan and Mark McDowell. And you get a bit farther back, the 03 of Colt Scott and Taryn Zips, Jackson Ryder and Carson Townsend, Alan Park and Dick Patrick, Cara Reynolds and Samuel Levester, Ricky Percat and Bert Seiler, Neil Dick and Bert Brayton. Or wait, no, this is Bart Seiler, not Bert. But anyways, in the final row is Aaron Pulowski. That'll round out your 41 car field. 93 from last week didn't show up, so it's a bit of a smaller field by only one car. Let's waste no further time and get this race underway.
Drivers, start your engines.
All right, here we go. Drivers ready to fire up their engines. And now the cars are rolling. Lucen Reyes with a shock pole for sure, as he's going to lead the field to green here. Along with Tsukamoto Kazuko on the outside, and a bunch of other fast cars behind them. The pace car is going to pull in. Not sure what to expect from Homestead. We'll see here as the first ever event at this racetrack gets underway. Lucen Reyes, Tsukamoto Kazuko, green flag in the air, we're racing. Reyes will immediately get the jump on the high side into turn 1, but Garcia looking down low to the inside. Hector Garcia gonna try to lead the first lap here at his home racetrack. Gonna be side by side into turn 3. Garcia gonna have the bit of advantage on the inside, as it's gonna be a drag race to the start-finish line. Almost contact behind. Reyes, I think, is gonna lead lap number 1, just barely. Gotta fix the scoreboard as they're spinning behind. Phantom crashing, I think. That was the 07, hitting the outside wall hard. Yellow flag's out, and Phantom is destroyed. Took out his teammate Townsend as well with some contact. I'm not sure that was the only cars involved. They're racing back to the caution here. Hector Garcia with the lead. Crowd cheering as the first yellow flag in Homestead Miami history is out. As Riley Pearson will now slot into second. Reyes drops back to 4th. Let's see what happened to poor Robert Phantom. Okay, so I saw what happened in chat. The 07 has a tire issue, I think. And, oh, you see, it happens in the middle of the corner, trying to keep control of it. Mercy plows into the back of the 07. That's not very much ideal for the points leader. And then tags Townsend right there. And poor Robert Phantom, his day is done once again, he will not complete the Homestead race like he didn't complete Daytona, but not of his fault, that one. Murdoch Mercy, the points leader, definitely in shambles right now with the front end damage, and that's some big front end damage. It's probably going to lower his chances of getting the points lead. Just all around, not a great start for Allen Motors in general. The 70 also having damage as well. So that's why we're under caution for the first time today on lap number 2 of 47. Getting ready for the first restart here at Homestead. Caution is cleanup has just completed. All cars are still running as Phantom is still running and he's a lap down. Murdoch Mercy is still running, so is Carson Townsend. Mercy without a hood, so might be a bit of a slower car. So is Phantom as well, probably. Hector Garcia is still leading over Riley Pearson. It's a Pontiac 1-2 there. Then Patrick Raven in third. Wilson Reyes in fourth. Ryan Scarrett in fifth. David Stevenson up to sixth. Zukamoto Kazuko fell back to seventh. In eighth is Peter Onjak. Ninth is Junior Martin. And then the final top 10 spot is Madison Lockport in the 58. As we're getting ready for the restart here, pace cars should pull in soon. We are about to get restarted. There goes the pace car. Hector Garcia sees the green flag, and we're back underway. Doesn't look like the 07 is fast at all whatsoever, so this might be a problem for some drivers as Garcia gets a great jump on the 00 there. Ray is trying to go way down low, might get held up by the 07, or it might try to make it 3 wide. I'm not sure what he's doing. He is going to try to make it 3 wide. Stevenson might be in trouble. Might almost be 4 wide here soon. Oh, it is going to be 4 wide coming into turn 4. Oh, they make some contact. Risky move by David Stevenson. Reyes is going to move up to second. Oh, David. Almost trouble there with Kazuko twice there. Makes contact with the 64 machine. Trying to get into 4th place. But it's not quite going to work unless he can do something on the high side here. Garcia has pretty much pulled away from everybody else. Reyes might close in here soon. Ryan Scarrett, again, back up into 3rd place. Still battling behind Stevenson, trying to make the high side work. Lockport making moves. Oh, here comes, speak of the devil, Kurt Perkins. Oh, there goes Phantom into the outside wall. Pearson really did get held up by the 07 right there. Really affected her on the restart and has fallen back. As the pack sort of closes up on Garcia here. Reyes closing in somewhat. As we have completed 10 laps so far. And so far we've only had 1 caution. So really being aggressive with 3 wide back there. There goes Stevenson into the outside wall. Scrapes it a bit. As Milan slides up, George Bryan going to try to take advantage of that. Still a lot of action behind most of the front top 10 or so. As Scarrett's going to move up into 2nd place. Reyes is going to fall back. In trouble losing 2nd and 3rd. And maybe more. Being on the outside line. Kind of stuck there a bit. I think Stevenson just scraped the wall once again. And yeah, Ray is starting to fall back, which is kind of expected here as Scarrett's starting to close up on the leader, Garcia. But yeah, as I said, Ray is falling back. He ended up as the last 2 cars in practice, so that pole was kind of shocking, and maybe that car is not meant for race day, it's meant for qualifying. As there goes Scarrett looking down to the inside of Garcia here. Looking for the lead is the regular. Doesn't have any room. Scarrett will hold on. Onjak is going to try to get 3rd place here. Here comes Tagola moving up into the top 5. Perkins might be in trouble here. Almost 3 wide there. Jeffrey Boyd joining these big dogs here as well. The 7 car. In a pretty much inferior car. That's a pretty impressive run for him so far this season. Daytona, he qualified great. And so far, he's racing great here at Homestead. Scarrett moves down to the bottom. Got room on the inside. He might get the lead with this move. And he is. Ryan Scarrett, the new leader here at Homestead. The 49 leads this lap. Will Garcia fight back? He probably will. Trying to show that maybe he can be an RMS driver in the future, but Scarrett's starting to pull away somewhat. Here comes Peter Onjek as well, pretty fast. As well, speaking of fast, fastest lap, Sally Patrick. The 41 machine a bit farther back, but you can see Peter Onjek, I think, was second on the board, so Onjek's got a pretty fast car underneath him right now. So does it seem Tagola as well, the 51, trying to make moves here, trying to get into 4th place. Did not quite work. As Scarrett's kind of pulling away here, but I think Garcia is going to reel him back in here, down the back stretch, trying to get some clean air on the front bumper of that 29 car. And it looks like it's going to work. He's going to close up. He has no room on the bottom, though, so can't really do much with that. But he's got a chance to retake the lead here as they head down the front stretch once again. Keeping it close with Scarrett. He's peeking once again. He's looking for some room on the bottom. Onjek is going without him, though. He wants to get second and maybe the lead. He's got a fast car. Garcia's going to try to hang on the outside. Can he? I don't think he can. The 780 is just too quick, man. Got to move up into 2nd place, and that's going to help Scarrett lead another lap. And we'll see if Peter Onjek can close in on the leader. Maybe try to get the lead for himself. Mind you, Scarrett is also fighting for the ADS title. He's full-time. Onjek's got a huge run here, helped by Garcia. He has room on the bottom. Garcia might try to make it 3 wide. Does he have a run? Onjek's going to clear for the lead. Garcia couldn't get side by side, but new leader here, 78, Peter Onjek. Garcia's going to slot back up into 2nd again if he can get clear of... Oh, Scarrett! Contact, contact, contact! They lay off each other somewhat there, but that was almost disastrous for both drivers. That's allowed Kazuko and Tagola to close up, as Scarrett's going to fall back to 5th place. Kazuko's trying to go for 2nd. Meanwhile, Garcia trying to hold on the outside once again. That's going to allow Peter Onjek to just continue to pull away. Almost 3 wide there. Tagola thought about it, didn't have enough of a run. Does she have enough of a run to turn 1? Yes, she does! Contact there somewhat with the 64. 3 wide for 2nd. Oh man, Homestead's putting on a show, and Tagola is going to get 2nd with that move. Incredible move there. Here comes Perkins as well. Here comes Logan Poharchik out of nowhere, joining up with this top 10. So Perkins is also going to slot into 3rd place. Garcia falls all the way outside of the top 5. 7th place. Lucen Reyes is up here, so is Junior Martin. They have all closed up on each other. That's just how much battling has gone on. Reyes is going to get by Scarrett and Kazuko as he tries to get back to the front. Perkins is going to try to get 2nd here, down to the inside of Tagola. I think Tagola is going to get more of a run on the high side, though. Oh, slide job there into turn 1 by Perkins. Might be to his advantage here, number 5. Side by side for 2nd once again. Poharchik into the top 5. Where did he come from? He qualified last at Daytona, and look at him go. He's got a fast car for Homestead. Perkins is going to slot into 2nd, and Poharchik might move into 3rd. Just barely beating Tagola for 3rd right there, and now he's going to clear the 51. Garcia right behind, trying to get back into 4th. I'm telling you, if Peter Onjek wants to win this race, he might have to beat Perkins. Or maybe Poharchik if he decides to get 2nd. Get an update on the fastest lap. It is still Sally Patrick, who, well, might have a fast lap. Isn't running so well, I don't think. 23rd fastest. Getting a bit strung out here, single file. 23 laps in. Onjek still leading. Rodak Mercy still slow. Phantom kind of closing in on the rear of the pack, but I think Mercy might be done for the day. I would say the The 95 slow. Hoodless Wonder, of course. But yeah, it's getting a bit single file, less racy, and as I say that, Tagola going for it. Trying to block the O2 there. Here comes Larry Eagleton. I thought it was Junior Martin. I think it was Eagleton, actually, unless we got pit stops or something. No, we do not, so I might have made a mistake there. There's Dan Sedgwick as well battling. Garcia trying to get third place back, and he's going to make that move. 29 back up into third. Coming close to 20 laps to go here. Perkins, I don't know if he's really gaining time on Jack right now. Oh, speak of the devil. Hello, Peter. A lot of battling behind. Poharchik going way down inside. Trying to get by Garcia once again. Eagleton's trying to get into the top 5. This is ADS. Devon. Poharchik's going to get back by for third. Perkins is closing in on the lead. Somewhat. How's your car doing? Pulaski is somewhere. Oh, he's 18th. Here goes Perkins for the lead. The number 5 trying to get the lead. Who else but Kurt Perkins? He's the new leader here at Homestead, to the shock of nobody. As Eagleton moves up into 4th, Dan Sedgwick trying to get into the top 5. Over Garcia, the regulars trying to make some impressions. Poharchik, I almost thought he was going to go for second there. He is going to try to go for second. Moving down to the inside is the 04. But can't make the move. He moves up to the high side. Perkins is going to pit. We have pit stops with 20 to go. It's going to be first Perkins and then a bunch of other drivers behind going to also be pitting. So that's going to give the 78 the lead back. Sachs is pitting. Pulaski, Neil Dick. The other leaders should probably pit this time by as well, as they all head down the backstretch. That's why they were all moving up to the high side. I wouldn't be shocked if maybe Onjak comes in here. Looks like he might. He is. Oh, no, never mind. I lied. Me when I lied. It looked like he was moving down. But nope, he was not. Well, looks like we got a caution. Brody Williamson damaged. Second caution of the race coming out. And it looks like it might have been a bigger accident. There's the 60 destroyed. We were about to have green flag pit stops, but that immediately stopped. Oh, Davidson. Oh, a lot of damaged race cars. Let's see what happened. So I'm not sure if there was an issue with the 00, maybe some mechanical issue, but she just slows down in the middle of the corner, and the 28 hits the back of Pearson, and then Williamson plows into the back of the 00. Great wreck avoidance there by Carl Reynolds, but then here comes David Stevenson out of nowhere, piles in, and it's a multi 3-car accident taking out 3 drivers with heavy damage. See if up there, tire issue once again takes out 3 drivers. And I believe these are going to be more retirements here today, but not because of speed, but because of an accident. Some hard hits there by Pearson and Williamson. Under green flag pit stops, that'll be interesting to see what the strategy is, but that is why we're under the second caution today. Here comes everybody else who did not pit before the caution came out, led by Peter Onjak, Larry Eagleton, Dan Sedgwick, Poharchik, and Lucien Reyes. There goes Perkins flying by, Jesus. He somehow managed to stay on the lead lap, so I think he's going to be the new leader. It's just like Daytona all over again, man. As Onjak is going to get fresh new tires. Oh, it looks like some drivers are doing some different strategies here. Looks like Anjak took 4. Reyes and Garcia. Mark Millens. Carl Reynolds. Some interesting mix-up of strategies here. I think those 4 all took maybe 2 tires, maybe fuel only. But I believe the number 5 will be the leader now because he somehow managed to stay on the lead lap. I think. See what the scoreboard says, but pit stop's complete, and it should be an interesting restart once we get back going. Getting ready for the restart, and just like Daytona last week, once again, the car that pitted when the caution came out during green flag pit stops is once again the leader. It happened with Michael Parsons last week. It's happened with Perkins this week. The only question is, will Perkins be able to hold on to this lead? Here comes Pearson. Still somehow running, by the way, the 00. A lot of tail under the lead lap drivers trying to hang on to the lead lap and hope for another caution here. And there's plenty of laps to go, so we'll see if Perkins can hold on to that lead. Pace car pulls in. It's going to be led by Gray Sachs, but he's not the leader. Your leader is number 5. Green flag is out. Back underway. A little bit of a stack up on the start there. Got to watch out for the 00. Gray is trying to move down to the bottom. Don't know if that's a smart move. Everybody's going to get held up by her. Everybody decided to move down to the bottom. That wasn't the smart move. But they're going to move even further down to the bottom, at least for Perkins, as he slides up a bit. That's going to somehow work out. But you got to watch out for the 00. If you're stuck on that high side now, you're going to be in trouble, as Perkins will lead another lap. Reyes still in second. Garcia, though, maybe looking for second. 4 of these drivers, I think, well, now 3, are on 2-tire strategies. The one on 4 tires there, that being Peter Anjak right behind, as Garcia might be in trouble of losing some positions. Carl Reynolds losing 4th place as Perkins is pulling away here. You can tell how much 4 tires is better than 2 here. Anjak moves up into 3rd place, or at least trying to get 3rd place over Garcia. We'll probably get it. Never mind, George Bryan has other ideas. Going 3 wide here for 3rd. Garcia is going to fall back on the outside, helped by Abby Buchanan, his teammate, and he might get 2nd here on this move. 26 moves up. And Perkins is gone pretty much. Doesn't really have to deal with much right now, as Buchanan is trying to get 2nd. The teammates are fighting for 2nd, but Bryan will easily win that battle. And we'll see if these drivers can catch up to number 5. Would be interesting if RMS regulars won back-to-back to start the season, but they're really fighting for 2nd here. Anjak's going to try to get around the 0 car, or the 02 car, excuse me. Here comes Sally Patrick up into the top 10. First time we've seen her today, as Garcia really falling back. Yeah, 2 tires did not work out for him at all. And Perkins has almost got a 2nd lead. Almost coming to 10 laps to go here. The tail end of the lead lap driver's not really affecting him whatsoever. Oh yeah, the 51 blew up, by the way. But yeah, they're not really affecting him right now. Well, that's to be expected because they're not slow at all. We'll see if Buchanan gains any time here. A little bit, perhaps. Some time was gained. As now Perkins is kind of dealing with the lap traffic. Martin's in front. Brayton as well. Is that 4 wide all the way at the back as well? Oh boy. 10 laps to go, by the way. 66-26 trying to chase down Perkins unless they battle each other here, which would not be the best idea if I were them. They got to work together to catch the leader. And they didn't really gain a lot of time there, as Perkins is just kind of chilling right now. But Buchanan, I think, is going to get a huge run here on the backstretch. Seiler is definitely not going to help Perkins as he's trying to get back on the lead lap with that move. That might help Buchanan and everybody else behind. Seiler is going to get around the 5. Here comes Buchanan. with about 8 laps to go, cut the time down significantly there. Here comes number 66, trying to become the first ADS regular to win a race. Of course, Parsons won the last race. He's an RMS regular. And that didn't count for points for him. And you could see Buchanan is gaining a ton of time as Perkins continues to struggle to get by the lap traffic, but Brian is really trying to get around his teammate, and that might affect them both. That might help Perkins as they fight side by side for second place. Time winding down. Brian might just screwed his teammate and himself. Onjek, of course, right behind him, fourth. They continue to battle for second, and you don't want to battle for second for long, but I think Brian is going to get clear here out of turn 4. And he has about 5 laps to catch Perkins here, and yeah, they both lost a ton of time there. That wasn't a smart move by George Bryan whatsoever. But now it's a clean racetrack, no more battling. You got to lock in here. Perkins has so far led the last couple laps. But these four now, I would say Sally Patrick out of nowhere, still. I would say those 4 are faster than him currently. But they're running out of time. He now has the fastest lap. All to himself right now. But they're closing. They're definitely closing. George Bryan is there. He's there. He's there. Closing into the backstretch. Perkins still can't get around the lap traffic. He might be able to get around Jeffrey Boyd here, unless they make contact, of course. But now he's side by side with the car. That's going to help Brian close in some more. And he can't clear Boyd just yet. As the laps tick down, it's now 4 to go. There's George Bryan. He's closing in. Perkins can't get around the 7 quick enough. And now there's George Bryan right on his back bumper. Buchanan might screw him over again. They can't stop fighting each other for second. Perkins is going to lead another lap. 3 to go, but here comes Abby Buchanan. Abby Buchanan wants to lead. Does she have room on the bottom? No, Perkins will block. Bryan trying to make the outside line work. Buchanan is going to get clear, though, and she might have a chance on the backstretch. Abby Buchanan. Don't forget Peter Onjek, he's still a part of this. There goes Buchanan, going for the lead. 66 versus 5. Off of turn 4, 2 laps to go. Here comes Onjek, trying to win this race. He's absolutely dominated this race, but he might end up in second. Buchanan starting to pull away as they're side by side behind. Looks like we have some pit stops and the race as well. Cara Reynolds came in. I think she took 2 tires. We'll see if Abby Buchanan can make it, or Onjek, or any of these other drivers. Here comes Logan Paul Honchek out of nowhere. Anyways, white flag last lap for Abby Buchanan, 66 machine. Onjek in second, trying to close in. Trying to make something happen, but it might be too little too late here. Buchanan dealing with lap traffic. There might be a chance for Peter Onjek here. Unless Buchanan can't make it, we'll see here. Turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Not heading down pit road. Abby Buchanan is going to become the first ADS regular to win a race at Homestead. Oh, what an exciting finish to this one. 66 machine on top. Well, there goes Abby Buchanan celebrating here at Homestead, the first ADS regular to win an ADS race. Thank you all for watching the race replay. Very good race here at Homestead. As she burns it down, doing donuts in the number 66 machine. I'll see you all next week for Rockingham. Gonna be ADS and RMS that time. Goodbye!